Hey y'all, this is Beth with Midlands Vinyl, and today I am going to show you how to do a pigment neon wave tumbler using a template, neon pigments from LMNOP, and we're going to throw in a little bit of glitter. So I want to show you what you need before you get started. So I'm using Wishbone from Red Rock Glitter Girls. I'm using 8 neon pigments from LMNOP. So I'm using Lava, Candy, Island Punch, Untamed, Zest, Slime, Bubbles, and Deja Vu. I'm going to be using a sub cup because it's already prepped white. I have sanded it. It's ready to go. I have cut my template out on double-sided adhesive. This is Sticky Shit from Red Rock Glitter Girls. And got some canned air. You'll see why in a little bit. A brush. These I got off Amazon. I'll have them linked down below. You need a weeding pen. And that's it. So what I did before I cut my template out is I used the Midlands Market. So this is a measuring tape that slides down over your cup and you can measure. So here mine shows 9.25, which you can see. I'm going to take mine down to about 9.22. That will help with the seam. And then I take my ruler and I just measure it out. And so I'm going to take this up to 7 13/16, which equates to be 7.813 in decimal. If you're using Silhouette, Studio, or Cricut, most of the time it works in decimals. Taking it up a little bit is going to keep the bottom from wrinkling. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut a little piece of the backing off. And then I'm going to replace the piece that I just cut. I know it probably doesn't make any sense, but it'll help when you go to put it on the cup. So now I'm gonna grab my Hammock, which is the best tool ever. I'm just gonna lay the template down on the cup and get it lined up. I'm gonna lay it in the Hammock and I'm gonna push the seams together. And as you can see, it lines up perfectly. So as I'm holding this in place, I'm going to peel back that little piece that we cut, and I'm gonna anchor the template down. I'm gonna start in the middle and work my way out. Now, when I apply the template, I use what I call the Smoosh and Push. Write that down because it will be very helpful. So when you're doing the template, we already have this piece anchored down. You're going to remove a little bit of the backing. You're going to smush from the middle and push out. The reason for that is when you anchor this in the middle, your template cannot shift. A lot of people say, you know, the template is too high on the cup, it's too low on the cup. That's because as you're applying it, your template is shifting. If you do the Smoosh and Push, you won't have that problem. So I'm gonna pull some more from the backing, smush and push all the way around until the seams meet. Smush, push. And you can use sub cups if you need to. Like if you need a cup with a white base, all you have to do is just prep it like any other tumbler. So we're gonna smush and push to the very end. And then the seams should line up perfectly. Just like that. Okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do, now we're ready to apply our pigments. Micas, whatever. So this is the neon bundle from LMNOP. In this bundle, you get the entire set, all 8 colors. I will link a discount code down in the bottom that will save you some coins. I'll also link a discount code for micros and the double-sided adhesive. So now I'm going to grab my insert. The inserts that I use for my cups are from Bravo Designs. These are the best inserts that I have ever used. So I'm just going to put this on the end of my PVC pipe and I'm going to push it down. This cup is not going anywhere. Anywhere. Okay? Now you do need a piece of parchment paper and you need a microfiber cloth. I use this one. You can get a pack at Walmart for little or nothing. So when applying the pigments, anytime you apply pigments, micas, whatever, you always want to work from dark to light. Okay? So there are 8 Wavelines on this template. So I'm going to start with Lava, and then I'm going to move to Deja Vu, and then I'm going to go to Island Punch, then I'm going to use Candy, then I'm going to use Untamed, then I'm going to use Bubbles, then I'm going to use Slime, and the last color I will apply will be Zest. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to peel the first piece. Because we're using micas and glitter, you want to apply your micas first, okay? Pigments. I use those interchangeably. I don't know if that's right, but that's just what I do. So I'm going to pull this first piece off. And for some reason, I have to sometimes help my template. So that first line is exposed. Okay? And it's very, very, very sticky. All right. So I'm going to take the lid off. These things are super, super bright. I don't even know if the camera will pick that up. Super bright. Little bit goes a long way. I still use a lot more than what I need to. So I'm just going to tap my brush into the lid and pick up what's in there. And then I'm just going to start painting it on that double-sided adhesive. You want to make sure that you're getting all of the sticky. You're covering every piece of the double-sided adhesive. This is actually the set of micas that made me fall in love. I'm not one that uses a whole lot of micas, or I didn't before, and now I do because Amy has some of the most amazing micas. All right, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your microfiber cloth and you're just gonna rub that powder in really, really good. Now, you need the canned air, thanks to Amy for showing me this. To clean the mica off your brush, you're just gonna squirt the bristles with canned air. So I'm gonna squirt it, and all the micas are gone. You can even rub it in your microfiber cloth just to double check. So now I'm gonna put the lid on this one. So again, that color was lava. I'm gonna brush this off. And then the next color I'm going to use is Deja Vu. And I probably got that backwards in my description when I first started explaining, but it's okay, just go with the flow. So that's gonna be my last color. So I'm gonna come here and I'm going to peel off the last swirl. Okay, now I'm going to take the lid off, and we're just gonna do the same exact thing we did with the first color. We're going to put the last color on this swirl. So you're just gonna brush it on. These colors are so pretty. And these brushes are perfect. Again, I'll make sure I link those down below. So then we're just going to take our microfiber cloth. I think this one has glitter all over it. And we're just going to wipe and apply a little bit of pressure just to make sure that your micas are going onto the double-sided adhesive. So there is our second color. So the next color that I'm gonna do is Island Punch. This is super, the camera does not do it justice. So that is actually going to be our third color. So we're just gonna come here and peel this off. I don't know why I think my blade needs to be changed. I don't know. It cuts in some spots and not in the other. So same thing, take your brush and we're just gonna paint it on. Look how bright that is. Such good coverage. And there's our third color. So we're gonna put the lid back on this. Clean our brush. So the next color we're gonna do is Bubbles. So that's going to be our color that's to the close to the purple. And because you pressed it down and made sure there was no sticky, you see right here where the purple, the blue is like into the purple, it will wipe right off. That's why you want to make sure all your sticky is covered. Because if there's nothing there for the micas to stick to, then it'll brush right off. See? All right, so now we are going to clean our brush. I clean it after every use because you don't want the colors bleeding onto each other. So the next color we're gonna do is Candy. It's our hot pink. So that's where we are. The next color we're going to use is slime. Yeah, I really did get that all out of order when I started talking about it in the beginning. So slime is going to be next to the blue. So think Roy G. Biv when you're doing this cup. Look how bright that is. These, I'm telling you, these are the best. Love, love, love these. This is a pretty quick cup to make too. All right, so the next color is going to be Untamed, and it's going to go right here. And our last mica that we will use will be Zest. Very, very bright. Wait until you see that. Look at that. Look how bright that is. The coverage, I'm telling you. I love these brushes. And that is all of the micas. So now I'm going to clean up my mess, and then we're going to apply the micro glitter. Okay, so now I've got my mess all cleaned up. We're going to be using Wishbone. This is a micro glitter, and the coverage when you're using templates, Red Rock Glitter Girls has some of the most amazing micro glitters. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to peel this off. And we're just going to dump it. Oh, this is so freaking pretty. So we're just rubbing that into the adhesive that was on the cup. Now you can leave the bottom white, or you can use a little bit of Mod Podge and go ahead and glitter the bottom white. That's what I will do. And then we will seal it. So once you have all of that on there, you just take your brush and you just brush the excess off. The glitter does not stick to the pigments because there's nothing sticky. So that is what you're left with, okay? So once you're done with all of your things, your micas, pigments, glitter, you want to seal this. And thanks to Amy at LMNOP Boutique, I have started using triple thick crystal clear glaze. Now I know I've been in the craft game a long time and I never use this. I always reach for the Rust-Oleum 2X. This is by far the best. Okay, so when you go to seal this, it's not going to make your colors bleed, and that glitter is not going anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal this. I'll let it sit for about an hour or so, and then I will do the first coat of epoxy. Okay? Okay, so it's been about an hour. As you can see, I glittered the bottom. I used Resin Rockers Fast Set Epoxy. In my opinion, like, the shine is unbeatable. I applied 20 mLs total, so 10 parts A, 10 parts B, or I'm sorry, 10 mLs A, 10 mLs B, not parts. And I hit it with my torch, and that's it. Now this cup is finished. Now you can pinstripe it if that's what you choose to do. But other than that, I would let this finish spinning. And then I would give it a light sand, and then I would put the final coat on. Because it's a micro glitter and it's micas, you really don't need a whole lot of epoxy. But as you can see, that is the finished product. I did add a little bit of Wishbone into my epoxy. That's why the micas are sparkling. So I hope this video was helpful. I will be linking everything that I used down in the description below. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to us, please consider it. We also have a academy in the YouTube channel. You can sign up to be a member. There we do private tutorials, We have some good discount codes and stuff like that. So please feel free to sign up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.